Here's a simple summary understanding major and minor triads. I'm going to be using G as an example, and I'm starting things off with a G major scale and a corresponding G bar chord. That's made up of 1, 3, and 5 degrees of the major scale. So if I was to start from the second octave, a G, I'm going to find my root, my high G root on the second octave at the 3rd fret of the E string. So that's my 1. If I want to form a chord, I need a 3 and a 5. Okay, so the 5 is found at the 3rd fret of the B string, and my 3, 4th fret of the G string. I can form a major chord or triad like this. All right, with the root on the high E string. Now, if I want to form another inversion, I'm going to find my root on a different string. And in this example, I'm going to find my root, or G. Same note, just different string. I'm finding that at the 8th fret of the B string and forming my major triad. There's the 3 and there's the 5. All right. The third inversion, I'm going to be forming another G chord, and I'm finding my root at the on the G string. All right, so here it is. All right. Now, if I want to form minor chords, I need to flat my third. Okay, so here's my major, my G major triad. This is the 3. I'm going to flat that, so just 1 fret below. Okay, so that's a huge difference in sound. I've gone from a major triad to a minor triad. And all I have to do is flat the 3. Okay, so my second inversion. There's my major chord. I'm going to flat the 3. All right, there's the major. Flatting the 3rd will result in a minor triad. Okay, and then the 3rd. Here's my major triad. I'm going to flat the 3. And it's a minor triad. Okay, so 3 different positions playing major and minor triads. So this is a great way of learning how to play these chords in different parts of the neck. Now, if I want to form major and minor triads on different strings, in this example I'm going to be using the D, the G, and the B string. I'm going to follow the same formula, the 1, 3, and the 5. All right, so G major, I'm using my root on the D string. My 3 is on the G string, and my 5 is on the B string. All right, G major. Okay, I'm going to create an inversion. Major triad. My root is found on the B string. All right. It's my 5, and that's my 3. All right, and then my next inversion. My root is found on the G string. All right. Now, if I want to turn these into minor triads, I'm going to flat the 3, and that's going to create a minor chord. So here's my major triad, G major triad. Flat the 3, and I'm going to have a minor triad. All right, the root once again is in the same position. The only difference is I'm flatting the 3 to create that minor triad. All right, so here's the second. Here's another inversion. It's my major chord right there, and I'm going to flat the 3 to create a minor triad. Same root position. All right. My next position, it's my major, gonna flat the 3, and that creates a minor triad. All right, to summarize things, I was talking about major and minor triads. Simple triads are just 3-note chords. My major triad has a 1, a natural 3, and a 5. Now, to turn that major triad into a minor triad, I need to flat the 3. All right, so I was using G as an example, and I had 3 inversions. So an inversion is just varying the order of the notes. My first triad was based off of a root on the high E string. My second inversion, I was using the B string with the root of G. And then my third inversion, my root was on the G string, or the third string. All right, and that's 3 different positions then to play these minor and major triads. My second string set was based off of the D, the G, and the B string. Same thing, 3 notes, 1, 3, and 5, turning them into a minor triad, just flatting the 3 again, and in 3 different corresponding positions. So this is a great way of learning how to play these triads all over the neck, and they're movable shapes, so I can change chords. I can play whatever chord and use these same shapes which repeat throughout the neck. It's a great way of practicing, and check that out. Major and minor triads.